well, I made the record myself, the Hurricane Bells record, and I wanted to make a late night kind of record, something you put on with the candle such as this, and chill out to. You know, I've been in a band called Long Way for years, and it's a very guitar heavy band. And I wanted to make something that was more about the singing and the words, and something you could, again, just kind of mellow out to. The songs that make up the record were just songs that I had, and yeah, lyrically, musically, a lot of ways it didn't seem to fit with my band, with Long Wave. And so eventually there were enough of them where I thought, well, I do want people to hear these songs, and if I don't make it into something myself, it's probably not going to happen. So yeah, I just eventually decided the demos were going to be more serious, and I finished them. I made a lot of decisions about how to mix them and all that, and finished it, and nobody didn't tell too many people about it, and eventually it's now out, so I'm really excited about it. What ended up happening was one of the songs that I left off the record, called Monsters, ended up being picked for the Twilight movie, the New Moon soundtrack and movie. And it was something I'd written the song a couple of years ago. It wasn't something that I had thought too much about. It was just another song that I had, and it just seemed perfect for what they needed. So when I got that phone call, it was pretty exciting, and then it kind of became a different situation for the record, because the record now, you know, theoretically more people were going to hear it, and we started asking again, like, hey, how about you want to put this record out now? And Vagrant right away was into it and wanted to do it. A lot of Twilight blogs, which, as you can imagine, there are many. They want, you know, to do interviews, and you know, we take all comers. So I did one this morning where they asked me, I think 3 or 4 times in the same interview, if I was proud to be in the movie. I said yes I am. Yes I am. Yes I am. Usually there are, you know, moms that have blogs, you know. It's a real different scene than I'm used to. It's not something that I think guys in indie rock bands usually get to be a part of. So it's cool. You know, we did a couple of shows in malls recently for the thing. We got asked, and of course we said yes. And you know, we played like where they have Santa Claus in the middle of the mall. Nice. And they have a couple stars from the movie, and you know, be tons of screaming, you know, for just because people, you know, 13-year-old girls get hysterical. It's exciting, and yeah, it's a real trip for sure. It's tape. Like, this is a spool of tape rolling around, and I believe it goes in this direction. What happens is tape comes in here, comes out, and everything that has been recorded gets erased, theoretically. Being in a band is tough. You've got to compromise with a bunch of people, and in Long Wave, I probably have to compromise less than some of the other guys in the band, because most of the songs will be mine. And but for sure, like if I want to run my voice right through the Echoplex and do whatever I want and spend all night on it, with the Hurricane Bells, no one's gonna sit there and go, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's pretty exciting for that way, and plus it's just satisfying for me. I played every instrument on the record, I recorded, mixed the record, I did it on my computer, so it's that's just satisfying. It's still pretty much a balance between, like, there's guitar, like electric guitar moments, but there's a lot more acoustic and quiet moments than would be in like Long Wave, for instance. And I like that. So that whatever happens with the live stuff, that's something I want to keep. Plan is there's one video done and out. Excuse me. There are 2 more done in the can, not out. A couple more on the way. Just a couple more B-sides I'm finishing now. Some remixes. Basically, when the movie thing happened, I kind of like tried to kick everything up into high gear, because there's only 10 songs on the record. Yeah. So, you know, after 2 months, it's kind of like, so, you know, but the plan is to get all this stuff done by the end of the year here, and then there's going to be a physical, like, nice book kind of package coming out in February, March. Also, at the same time, going to be some touring. So we've had to get things together pretty fast, but it is coming together. Hi, we're Hurricane Bells. Check out our session at Baeble.com. Yeah.